Yo, what's up everybody, it's Lon here bringing you my tutorial on 2016. And firstly, this first tutorial will be on like how to model robot, like the first beginning steps that you need to know. Well, not need to know, but it will be helpful. So let me just delete that. So that's my robot here, which looks like a Gundam, and it was compiled by a head, body, lower body, legs, arms and weapons. Now untick those. So, oh my days, I have to leave Skype. Okay, sorry about that. So I started off with the head because then you can, like, with the head you know how big the body is, then you know how big the legs and arms are, so that's how I do it first. So come up here to mesh, no, not mesh, make a box, press W if you can't see it, and then make it bigger. As you can see, the R scale, because I don't know what you press, but I press R to make it scale, W to move, see the arrow, and freeze like this. Now say if you want to extrude, this is just for extrusion purpose, like just, I don't know, yeah. Where's extrude? See, I don't know where extrude is, but extrude is here. And you get to see this. Now what this is basically, this is just move it. You press this box, any box you like, any box you like, and then it will scale it. Or you press this circle and it will rotate it. Now this little power button here is actually to locate it in the center. So say I was to click, maybe this might do it. This is my custom bar, by the way. I add all my stuff here. So if you want your extrude bar button there, you just click Control Shift left click and it'll add it to your custom. Or you could add it to here, which does the same thing, so it adds it to here, and then you could just delete it if you want. Now let's do extrude. Now you see it's there. If I press this, it will move to the center of these two faces. Press back, it will move to that one. Press press that, it will move to there. And the difference is, it just does it from the center. Like, let me extrude here, press that. You see how weird it was? If I press this button here, scale down is a bit more cleaner. That's why I use this power button mostly, because it does it from the middle, basically. That's just a little tip on that. And then the interface on the right here, you could just untick and show them all. Now, modeling toolkit is this, so that's your object mode. But I don't use these buttons here. I hold down right click, either face, edge, vertex, object mode. Now vertex face, you only do this to check out if you have any, like, anything wrong or anything inside the shape, but you don't really use it much at beginning stage. So right click, use these. It's much quicker than keep going into here. What's also different, this, see how I just delete this history, you have these four. Now it starts off with a cube, right? If I press this face and extrude, it will add this extrude attribute. It will add it in basically. And when you come to object mode, go to attribute editor. Here's your extrusion right there. So this is just like, over here is just what you do to the shape, and then when I click delete history, it will delete it for me, and then it will keep it nice and clean. But you don't really need to know that. I'm just teaching you what these interface stuff are. Tool settings is basically, say when I extrude this out, this one doesn't really help much. I'll insert edge loop right here, but my one's over here. That you get used to the icons. And see here on tool settings, there's different ones. I do 2, and you could do it like that, which is the same way as going modeling toolkit and then pressing connect. But you have to like there, press 2, pinch, and then pinch. Hold down mouse button and just scroll left. Hold down mouse button and just go left or right to extend it. Press enter. So it does the same thing really. So that's that. Channel editing. This is just basically rotating, scaling. Now, if you want a nice rotation, just press that instead of rotating it manually. Although I believe if you press shift, maybe not. Okay, so let's go with the head. Now, you can press smooth onto this part, the box, little tick box, and set the vision level to 1. Press apply and you get this kind of thing. Now I'm going to make it a bit bigger, and we're working on the 1 view, not 3, not 2, just 1, because we're making a low poly right now, so you're working with sharp edges. So what I did first, right click, hold down right click, go vertex, shift this back into here, made these 2 a bit bigger like this, bring these down a bit. So you're just creating the shape first really, and you see you got like a little face going on here, and the back of the head is fine at the moment. Or there, it's a bit messy right here, but as you can see, you see the face slowly building up. Now that's that there. Now I have to insert Edgeloop here, but your one's probably in here. Insert Edgeloop. Just a reminder, Control Shift left click will add it to your bar up here, so you don't have to keep going up there. It will help you in the future when you want to do really quick stuff. And then tool settings, relative distance, you can just adjust. Equal distance, I don't know what that is. I think it's just all the way around equal distance, because the edges ain't always the same, like in one parallel line or whatever it is. So I'm gonna go use equal multiple edge loops. Press 2, highlight those 2, go to modeling toolkit, transform, constraint, edge slide, and then go like this. What this does, the edge slide, is that if I don't use this edge slide, this is what happens. Turn off edge slide, it gets a bit weird. You see that it's not following the line. So if I turn on edge, it'll follow the line. So it's really useful. Then now really I should have done using connect, because now I'm gonna have to predict where the center is. Well, not where the center is, if it's equal distance from each other. But I'm gonna leave that as it is. Maybe your face needs to be a bit longer. I highlight the vertices, press this wireframe just so you can know you highlighted it all, because sometimes you're pressing and you see it pressed the side, the back as a face. So you can just go around, hold control, and you see that minus symbol, it will minus that out. Shift will highlight it, control deselect. Now say I wanted to, if I hold shift and highlight this, and I also highlight the back, it will deselect the back. That's why sometimes you want to like use control. So that's that. You bring it, hey, around, turn this off, transform constraint, put it there. It's a bit ugly actually. Put that in there. And now you want to put that, insert edge loop again, relative distance, equal distance from edge, put that there, make this a bit bigger, and you can see now that the head is coming along together. So it's, you see how fast I right click face instead of going to modeling toolkit and then picking face from here. Extrude, see the buttons up here, it speeds up the process. And now you see I press this so that it moves both towards the center, and if I scale in the center it will go towards the center. Now I don't want that, so I want to extrude again, press that power button, push it in, and now I want to make the faces small, but I have to go back and press this power button, press this square box to scale, and then boom. You get it? Because before, if I press this scale button, it will scale towards the center, as you can see. But if I press this, so this was originally up, this power button, and then there. Nice, very nice. Now to get the shape, it's pretty difficult, but after you start building, it actually comes along. Click that and that. See the nose is here, like you can just make it out like that. That's how I made mine. Now I don't want you guys to copy me, because you know that's plagiarism, okay? But I'm just saying this is a basic way on how you build a head. And then you start extruding like this. Make sure you selected those faces only. Extrude. You see extrude is like that. So it extrudes plane outwards like that. And now if I press this and I press up, see these? It goes up, which is bad. You could do the scale way, which scales it like that way. And now you've got like a Mohican. Another tip for you guys. You see how it's like bent here? Left click on one of the edges here, go all the way down to this edge, so it's like this ring only. Check to make sure that ring only. Press R, so you got the scale tool, and bring that yellow box towards the center. And now it is straight, as you can see from this view here. Yep. You see? Now if you want it straight, vertically, you press the green one, and you bring it together, and you see? Yep. So that's how the trick to make things straight. Now, this is a bit ugly, so I'm gonna highlight that, shift, highlight that. You see it keeps highlighting the others, so you have to control, highlight that, because control deselects, just to remind you guys. Bring that up. See, the head is coming along very good. You can even add horns to this guy actually. There. Press this. It's quite a beast, you know. Now, I want to insert Edgeloop once. Right here, right here. Face. Highlight both. Extrude out. Like this. Then press the square. And now you've got like some horns. See? Now, say you extruded this. Like that, extrude, bring it out a bit because I want to demonstrate something. You don't have to copy, you can just follow it, just watch, pull that, push it along there. Now, say you have these two faces and you want to merge these two. There's quite a couple of ways, but one way is highlighting both, going up to here, is it mesh? Edit mesh, and then merge to center. The other way is that will merge to the center. The other way is hold down one vertex, so click that, press V, and then the circle appears on it, V that is, and then you move it here. Now that will move to this vertex. The problem with this is that it doesn't merge, it just moves it. So say you think that's merged, but when you like move it, it moves. So after this method, and let me demonstrate again, click this vertices, this is second method, hold V, move it there, highlight those, and what I do, edit mesh, merge, but don't press it, press the square, and I change this value to 0.001. This will basically mean anything closer than 0.001 will merge. Now this is really close together, so it'll be like, it'll be under this, so it will merge it. So apply, press W, and you see it's merged. Another way to merge, Control W, Control Z. Second way to merge is target wheeled. Now target wheeled is up here somewhere. Find that thing. Where's target wood, huh? Target market modern toolkit target wood here, and you bring it there, and now it's joined together for you. So it's either way, it's the same. There's three methods. That's the same. Now let's just for this purpose, we merge these two. Merge the center. Remember, Control Shift left click will add it to here. And you click there. Click there. Click that. Merge. Now you think this is merged, right? Let me just delete that. You think it's like it looks good. It looks good, but then you're like, what the hell is this bump here? Now this is because you didn't delete the faces. Well, I did it on purpose because usually I do it, and this is when vertex face come into phase. Now change to that view, and remember we merged the two vertices. There's actually a face in here that you can't see, but this is actually making it sink in right there. So what you can do is just go in nice and slowly, and as you can see, everything is black, right? Okay, not those, but this one here isn't black, and this is the one you want to delete. So press that face, delete it. Now there was two faces, that's why I deleted it twice, and this should solve the problem. And it's gone, the bump. So yeah, that's basically it. You just imagination, press 1, extrude out, press this button, scale, the blue box will appear, and then use the squares. What a funny guy, huh? What a funny guy. So that's the face. Now I want to delete that, and yeah, so that's basically how you form a face. Actually I won't delete that. Now after that, you want to come down here, bring these four, and extrude down for the neck. And that is your neck. Now the method I told you, remember, make it flat. You could do this, just drag that yellow, and it's flat. So that's basically how you make the face of a robot, and then you just mess about really. Now you don't want to do any details, like how I did it is really low poly. Although it looks kind of high, it's really low, because what I'll be doing after is extruding these in like this. It's a bit messy, but basically like that, and then I extrude again and push in so that there's a gap in there. But for low poly you don't do that, because when you're texturing it will get really messy. So just leave those holes for texturing, just leave it black. I think that's it really for that head. I'll delete that. So that's that. Now how to make it so it's really neat, your modeling stuff. Down here, so channel box and layer editor. Down here I have my layers. Now you can start creating a new layer here, layer 1, double click, call it test for me, and you could put it whatever color, yellow. Now if I click this object in object mode, I right click here, add selected objects, and it's in test now. And you know how I know? You come up here and press this thing here, so you see the wireframe, and it's yellow. Let me just take that out, and then you can press this and it will hide it, this V shape. For now I want to put back in, do that, and that's it, your test. That's how you assign objects into layers. And then in display Windows outliner, click here, this comes up. Now it's really messy right now, but it's usually really clean. Don't know what these sets are, but basically I started off like this, left leg, right leg, on, all this, so it's all pretty clean. Now it starts getting messy because I had to change it, and then I stopped assigning it into groups. But after I cleaned it up and stuff, it'll be all clean, laid out. But like details here, I would have had pipes here going out, but I could just UV texture it in. Although, because it's low poly, it's fine to not have it, and then pipes going in there. So it's really low poly, and you just really mess about and use your imagination to create objects. But yes, I think that head tutorial is okay for those doing heads, making heads. Hope you enjoyed the tutorial, and thank yous. Good luck with your robot.